Welcome to EnVision Center News, where we discuss community impact and involvement with today's nonprofit leaders and philanthropists.
Hey Greg, hello and welcome to the podcast. Excited to talk about this big dream that you and some other folks here in our area have. But before we get into that, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself? Give me some of your background.
Well, I'm Greg Jackson. I've lived in Sandpoint for over 30 years, 32 years now. Graduated from Sandpoint High School. I was a swimmer growing up. Swam for Sandpoint High School, swam in college, and have since been coaching with Sandpoint High School for the last 18 years, as the head coach the last 8 years. We are currently, our high school program is currently 3-time back-to-back state champions on the girls' side.
You're a pretty good coach, it seems like.
I enjoy what I do, yeah. And then our boys are back-to-back state champions as well, currently. So we've had a successful run. I'm married. My wife is Tiffany. I have 3 children, Jade, Tristan, and Joshua.
Are they swimming?
Joshua swims. He will be a freshman next year, so
Okay.
I will get him. The other 2, they've long since graduated and have not necessarily moved on, but they didn't swim.
No, okay.
I have 7 brothers and sisters,
Oh, wow.
both through 6 different marriages between my 2 parents.
Oh,
So,
wow.
And 5 of us live local.
Okay.
So we are all pretty close. We have good family gatherings. And then for work, I do flood, fire, mold restoration. I own part of Insight Restoration, and so we do emergency services type work.
Okay.
A little bit of bunker building, too. That's a little fun.
Okay, yeah, bunker building. Got to let people know about that. So is the whole family a part of this kind of dream to get a new aquatic center going, or is it just kind of more you when it comes to your family?
No, it's just me.
Okay,
And of course they support me.
Sure.
But it's my passion.
okay. And what made you, decide that this was something you wanted to pursue in the YMCA or whatever just wasn't cutting it? We need to go bigger, bolder, that kind of thing.
Honestly, it isn't something I would have been involved in if it wasn't for Dr. DiBenedetto. He really he's the one that made that decision. No, we need to do this, and we're done waiting. And so I was kind of like, I was waiting for somebody else to say, let's do this. And,
Yeah.
So with his support, he did fund some upfront expenses with a feasibility study and some plans and designs. And so now we have a pretty good foundation that we can work from. And my desire for a facility, right, like I said, Sandpoint High School, we're a pretty successful swimming program, but all the teams in our region refuse to come to our facility to compete because it's so shallow.
Right, you can't dive. Yeah.
So,
And you can't do diving, period, right? Swim and dive. You guys, I don't know, and I'm from Washington, and there was divers on the swim team as well, but I noticed when I moved here, because I haven't been here too long, I was like, oh, I guess they don't do diving here because this pool's way too shallow.
yeah, and Idaho doesn't have organized diving as part of their IHSAA activities. We do, our facility does meet at least current minimum requirements for diving. So I can practice dive with my athletes in the facility, and we can host meets in our facility with diving. And we typically, right now we've hosted a meet every 3 years. Skyline High School out of Idaho Falls comes up and competes with us. But there's a lot of demand on that facility, and there's a lot that our community really needs that facility can't accommodate. Like, you take our big body of water. I mean, we have the Clark Fork River, we have the Ponderay River, we have Lake Ponderay, et cetera. And we do have, our sheriffs and our EMTs do have some training, but they have no way to train in any body of water that's actually safe. There's not anything deep enough for that. The facility, at the Y, that facility or that pool doesn't accommodate, like zero level entry. You're fighting with, you have people who want to swim for fitness versus people who want to swim for enjoyment. How hot do you keep that pool? How cool do you keep it? Again, we can't compete in it. And so there's just a lot of opportunity out there and demands. I mean, we started this with a feasibility study that told us within 100 miles of our region, we are 4 aquatic facilities short. Our demographic, our population needs those facilities. So just within 100 miles of us, we need 4 more pools. So we really did this. We really started this with evidence-based research, and it's really evolved. Right now, we're having conversations with people not just about a pool, but our overall design at this point in time. It includes an indoor Olympic-sized hockey rink. It includes an outdoor community ice rink. It includes a large flex-type space. Right now, we're calling it a field house, whether that's courts, whether it's an event center, whether it's classrooms. We really want to make sure that if we're going to do this, that we accommodate as many needs as possible and accommodate really those in need. So like that flex space has got to have the ability to provide refuge for people in need. I mean, luckily we only lost 10, 14 structures in the fire over the summer, but that could have been just devastating. And where do you put all those people? And so our plan is, and so it keeps building and building.
Do you want it to keep, or are you like, hey, let's just do this chunk by chunk? Let's do a pool first and then we'll add on. Or do you think it has to be everything all at once?
I'm willing to do this however we can. If that ends up being that we do it all at once, great. But we are trying to plan this so that this can be done in chunks. So right now our plan, which is just hockey, aquatics, and field house, that is set up so that it can be done in 3 different phases, independent of each other.
Okay. But pool would be number 1.
That, yes and no. Yes, I would love to say yes. But the reality is a pool doesn't make money. So ice does. Ice supports itself. Ice brings in revenue. We like the synergy, the energy it takes to cool and freeze water puts off enough heat that will heat the pools. How do you, obviously my background is competitive swimming, right? I want my competition pool, but the reality is the needs, the demands from the community really is in that leisure pool. So we've designed 2 separate pools so that you have your 0 level entry, your walking area for rehab or elderly people, and it's safe because it's shallow. And then we have our large competition pool with spectator seating, etc., diving wells with underwater viewing, so you can do that.
Oh, wow.
That deep water rescue training, a hot tub, of course.
So there'd be 2 pools, is what the dream is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then the large competition pool, right now we'd like it to be at least 50 meters. We had a meeting recently with the Kroc Center that that might need to be a 75-meter pool maybe, just so that we can Olympic level racing is 50 meters,
right?
But having additional space within that body of water to accommodate whether it be diving or warming up, warming down, etc.
Okay, and do you have a location?
We have had good conversations with the city of Ponderay. Right now all of our design is spec'd out for the Field of Dreams and how it fits in with that, and the architectural of the existing one building that's on that site. But we're talking millions and millions and millions of dollars. The site, I think, would be an easy fix if we had the money to build it. Mm-hmm. If for some reason it couldn't go at the Field of Dreams. But we've had really good conversations with the city of Ponderay. They've said, yes, we would love to work with you. We would love to have this facility if you guys can do it.
It makes sense. I mean, it just makes sense for it to be over there at the Field of Dreams and have a lot of athletic activity
absolutely.
All be right next to each other. And so how do you get all this, money? I'm sure you're like, I don't know, you tell me. Do you know anybody with millions of dollars? But how do you even go about kind of trying to fundraise for something that's just going to require so much capital?
Well, our tack right now is publicity. Get the word out there. This is what we're doing. This is what we're trying to do. We have reached out to like Michael Phelps and some other organizations, but really they don't want, they want to find you. They don't want you coming after them and asking them for money. So, our attack right now is grant writing, get our name out there, get the grants out there, and get more discoverable.
Yeah. Yeah. I know this is probably so hard to say and you might not have an answer, but do you have a timeline where you think like next 10 years, 20 years, where you think it's doable, or just it's too early to tell?
It's hard to tell. I mean, we were hoping a year ago that we would have a few $100,000 for plans, et cetera, to continue the momentum and moving. But we don't have that, but we also have had a ton of traction and just conversations with our legislatures, conversations with, like, we met with the Kroc Center and had a conversation with how that goes. We got all the local municipalities together and met and held a community meeting. What does this look like? What does our community need? So we are getting that exposure right now, and hopefully that will turn into, we need a lot, but every little bit counts, and just start getting that trickle effect.
Yeah, when I first heard of this project, I thought of the Kroc Center. I was like, oh, that's kind of it's sort of similar to what the Kroc Center has going on, and that's a really nice facility. So the Kroc Center is kind of your North Star, or I don't even know what they have in terms of a competition pool or anything like that, but I know that they have aquatics and they offer a lot in that building. Yeah,
the interesting thing, so we met with the Kroc Center. The interesting thing is, I can't remember how many Kroc Centers there are around the country, 20, 30, 40, but of all the Kroc Centers around the country, they have the most membership. I think the average is around 7,000 members. They're pushing 20,000 members. Oh, wow. So I think that really goes to show how much a facility like this is needed. It's hard. We want to be mindful. We're PACE. We're Ponderay Aquatic Center Endowment. Our mission is to raise funds for the construction and ongoing operations of an aquatic facility. And it's kind of evolved into, okay, ice. Well, we do have North Idaho ice. But the synergy with the two of them working together, and then the field house portion. The Kroc Center is a little bit different than what our goal is, but we want to make sure that's why, like, that field house. What does that field house look like? Is it 2 floors? Is it 3 floors? What do we get in there? Do we get classrooms? How do we put that in there? Do we get the fitness center? We're just really, we want that space. We want to be aware that there's a need. I mean, in our community meeting, we were informed that we need to have a mahjong room. So, not being closed-minded to, hey, there are opportunities, and until this thing's actually built, we want to put whatever we can in it.
Yeah. And how did this you mentioned Dr. what's his last
De
name?
Benedetto.
I'm not even De Benedetto.
That's
De Benedetto.
correct.
Dr. De Benedetto. So he was the one who started making calls to people like you and others to form kind of this like initial board, essentially. Was that what happened?
Yes. So Dr. De Benedetto and Dr. Bloom, so Mike De Benedetto and Joan Bloom, their husband and wife, apparently the story is Mike had to stop spending money on real estate. So he got to invest in this aquatic center. So he ordered a feasibility study, got that done, and then he put a bunch of us together who wants to be involved in this, and let's put a board together, let's get our nonprofit status, and let's get this going.
So how can regular folks help? Is it just helping spread the word? Do you need volunteers for things? Are you doing fundraisers where you need people to show up and show out? Or how can someone who's like maybe not affluent enough to like write big checks but wants to see you be successful, how can they get involved?
Definitely getting the word out. You walked into such and such place and you think that they should know about this. Let us know. Our email is info@PonderayAquatics.com. I hope. And we can make sure and go get them flyers, make sure and go get them brochures, et cetera, so that they know that then that can be distributed to the public. As we get more active and we're doing more things, sharing that word out on social media, just as many people that can see that and know that, this is what we're looking for. This is what we're trying to do. We are approaching the need for actual bodies. I mean, if somebody wants to go hand out flyers, just drive around the North Idaho and put flyers in people's offices, we would take that today.
Yeah.
But I believe definitely in the next 12 months, we plan to have a golf tournament. We plan to host a golf tournament. We would love to do that at the Idaho Club if they agree to that. That's going to take some bodies. We're going to need
volunteers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What was really good that came out of our meeting with the Kroc Center was, they helped us understand the need to plan for expansion. So whatever we do, we're going to make sure that we don't hamstring ourselves with whatever design we work on, so that we can make sure that, yes, okay, we do have this need, we do have this interest, and we need to add whatever right here.
Right. Sure. Great. Is there anything else that the people need to know about? I feel like I have a better idea of what the dream is, but is there anything else?
I mean, the big thing is the dream is for the community. So, similar to, what can the everyday person out here in our community do to help us? If there is something that you think is needed in this facility, we want to know that. We want to make sure that we can accommodate the community's needs. That's why we're doing this. The community is going to use this more than any one of us on the board, any one of us putting it together. And so it's important to us that we plug those holes and get everything in there that needs to be in there.
And will it follow, as far as membership goes, will it be kind of modeled like the YMCA, where there'll be kind of tiered levels of membership? Or maybe you haven't thought that far out. That's fine.
I would suspect that will be the case. Our goal is not to run a facility. We want to get it constructed and then hand it off to somebody else to run, whether that be an organization like the Salvation Army or the YMCA, or if a municipality wants to take that on. We want to make sure that it's built and money to cover its capital improvements over its lifetime, and its annual shortfall that we suspect it will have with aquatics. They have that endowment to support them.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I am super excited. I was a swim team kid myself, and I was kind of surprised when I came to the YMCA, and so obviously noticed their restrictions. And I'm teaching my littles swimming lessons on my own right now, and it's just like you said, there's people trying to swim laps and people trying to do lessons and people trying to just have fun in the pool, and there is definitely a need. And I would love to have a different pool that, a walk-in pool that
Yeah.
me and my little kids, and that would be warmer. I mean, they're just sitting there. Our swimming lessons are like 20 minutes because my kids who are 4 and 5 are just shaking like a leaf sitting there because it's so cold, which I get why it has to be that temperature. But the YMCA that I grew up with had the pool for swimming laps and the pool for recreation, and the recreation pool was nice and warm and was super great. So I wish you guys nothing but success. I'm excited about this.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. For more information, you can go to crecIdaho.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you again soon.